The truth about intermittent fasting and weight loss. Have you ever heard of intermittent fasting? I'm sure you did, right? It is one of the latest trends in weight loss, but it is really effective. Let's take a closer look. I'm Dr. Ahmet Ergin. I'm an endocrinologist and metabolism specialist. Today, we are diving into intermittent fasting truths. Now, what is intermittent fasting? It is an eating pattern, right, where you alternate between periods of eating and periods of fasting. Well, there are different methods out there, but the most common one is 16-8 method, where you fast for 16 hours and eat for 8-hour window. Well, you can start with the 12 and 8, and you can advance, etc., if you're not used to fasting. But what is the benefit, right? Well, some claim that intermittent fasting can actually improve your cognitive function, decrease the inflammation, and even increase the lifespan. There's so many reasons for it. There's evidence to support these claims too. Well, of course, we need more research to draw at definitive conclusions, but there's so many evidence about it. Now, how about fat burning? Does it really burn fat? Well, yes, intermittent fasting can help burn fat, because your liver stores the glycogen, the glucose. You have to burn that fat first before you start burning fat. So for that, you need fasting. So that is basically how the process works. So you cannot really burn fat while you just ate food. So you have to fast for a while. And to tap into those fat stores, again, you need at least 12 to 16 hours of fasting. When you combine that with some healthy diet and exercise, voila, super quick fat burning. So what about the insulin levels, right? What happens to the insulin levels, you might be wondering? Well, you need to buckle up because you are about to take a deep dive in your insulin levels. When you're fasting, when you're in the fasting zone, your insulin levels really drop. This is like opening the gates for fat burning. That's a great party, right? To start, it's like your body is saying, hey, we are out of food. Time to crash the fat stores. It's not quite as fun as the actual party, but your body seems to think it is a pretty good time. So in conclusion, intermittent fasting can really help lowering your insulin levels, allowing your fat burning mechanisms to kick in. There's another mechanism called apoptosis, where the bad cells or the cancerous cells or the infected cells or the old cells, they die off and your body makes the new ones. That only happens while you're fasting. So these are some fun facts to share at the dinner, right? I would say so. Remember, Holistic MD is your new channel. Now, let's talk about sustainability. That's $1 million question, right? So Muslims, let's say they fast for a month. Christians fast for a month. Jews, I guess they do too. People fast, right? In every religion, it's recommended. But it's always recommended for a short time. So the question is, can you maintain that? So let's face it, going without food for hours is not easy, especially if you're a foodie like me. But I force myself to fast, and I do fast a lot. Now, some studies show that actually people tend to stick with intermittent fasting more than the traditional diets, believe it or not. So why? Because you're actually more free to eat whatever you want than like being on a keto or carnivore diet that you're stuck with meats and nothing else, for example, right? So as long as you're eating healthy, you can eat anything and everything you want. So is fasting really a piece of cake, you would ask, if you have never tried it, right? So let me tell you, since you said a cake, I would assume that you're a cake-loving friend here. But let's chew on that a little bit here. First of all, it might feel like you are trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops. So it is not easy. Yes, your stomach might grumble. Your brain might whisper sweet nothings about donut. And here's a twist. Like any lifestyle change, the start is the hardest part. But once you're over that hump, it starts to become part of your routine. So your body adjusts and your hunger pangs lessen. And before you know it, you're fasting without even thinking about it. It's like riding a bike. Wobbly at first, but then you're cruising. You don't even pay attention. So while it may not be as tasty as a piece of cake, well, I get that, unless we are talking about the carrot cake. Am I right? Yeah, right. So once you make intermittent fasting a lifestyle, it is definitely a piece of cake. Sweet, isn't it? So what is the verdict? Intermittent fasting can be effective for weight loss, but it is not a magic solution. It takes dedication and discipline, just like any other weight loss method. Plus, it may not be suitable for everyone. So yeah, consult with your doctor. If you're on certain medications like insulin or sulfonylurea, it may not be best thing for you. So again, it can be a great useful tool for weight loss. It's important to approach it with caution. Don't expect miracles and listen to your body. And remember, a balanced and a healthy lifestyle is the key to your long-term success in maintaining a healthy weight. So go ahead, give it a try, right? But don't forget to enjoy your life too. And remember to subscribe, share, and like this video. Talk to you later.